All right, so sorry for the shake, but we're back for Game Two of the NBA Finals. Um, so much happened tonight. I kind of basically got watched from like second quarter and on, and more like from half of the second quarter to on, and it was just it was just an experience, man. That's all I got to say really for that. But I mean, from the second corner, I was like, "Oh, the Heat are coming back up. That's crazy." They were down by two, I think it was, or something like that, by the end of the or by the halftime. I think it was five actually. It was down by not a noticeable amount, basically. They're down in halftime, came back through at their quarter. I mean, the Nuggets were kind of getting. I mean, they're just kind of answering. Mike Malone's answered with his own plays and all that good stuff, and I was just like, "Dang, this is kind of crazy." And Um, then the Heat started picking back up in the third quarter, and then from the fourth quarter, that's where it ended. Where we all know Heat won, but it was just crazy to see from the Heat like last game the Heat are not on their game. They're not doing well. They're just they're not making their shots from anywhere, and they're not defending well. Yeah, but to go from that to this now, where you were basically cutting off Michael Porter Jr. from Jokic's assist or anybody's assist, basically. But also, you have Bruce Brown just scoring 10 off the bench instead of his usual like 15 to 20, and then you would put in Kevin Love in the starting lineup instead of Caleb Martin, which somehow helped tremendously. I mean, his rebounds definitely helped, but like just his like his energy in general from this game was just something to watch out for. And I was super impressed by the Heat and Eric Spoelstra with his game plan into this series or into this game specifically. Um, but it was just crazy to see because you see 40 points and 11 rebounds from Jokic, and you're like, oh man, that's such a great thing. But no, like from last game, he had I think 5 rebounds and like 11 assists instead. But like you see the difference when he gets rebounds and he gets assists. If he gets rebounds, it's okay. We'll live with that. For 40 points, we'll live with that. But no, once if he gets 40 rebounds and 10, 15 assists, no, we can't allow that. And that's what the Heat did in for their game plan, and that's what Eric Spoelstra and Bam Adebayo and everyone in general from the Heat just planned on stopping to do from Jokic. Just don't let him assist. And it was crazy to see how that worked out in the end. Even though they lost by three, which is not that much, it still worked out in the end for the Heat. And I mean, Jimmy Butler again, just bad shooting performance. But I get no got 21 points, so it's just a. I say it's a bad shooting performance because he's shooting like 20 shots, 20 to 25 shots, and only gets 21 points. I mean, that's how Mike Malone said it last game with Bam Adebayo. Gets 21 points off 25 shots. We'll live with that. And yeah, the Nuggets will live with that every single time. But what they won't live for is horrible, or not horrible, but just bad turnovers, just bad defense in general. Mm, I wouldn't say bad, but just some bad plays here and there where KCP gave up two 3 point free throws from and or just yeah just made two bad fouls on Gabe Vincent like or Kyle Lowry on one and another one I can't remember, but he gave up those two and it just bad plays from there, making them get to the free throw line when they shouldn't, and the Heat are supposed to do that, but not like that. They're not supposed to get it from the 3 point, just where you shoot, where you go after them, and yeah, it was just bad from that point of view, just giving off horrible fouls, and then yeah, again, I like the input of Kevin Love on the starting line, where he gets you 10 rebounds, even though not that many points, 8 points and one assist. Still, you have him playing great energy, getting some tips from steals and or yeah, just tipping the ball for steals or for blocks or whatever. And man, I mean, Jokic was playing great tonight, like in general, but just that getting off what 4 assists, and that was barely in the second half. Yeah, that's what really killed the Heat or the Nuggets this game, and what made the Nuggets or the Heat win this game. And this is what Michael Malone was saying. We cannot allow we like the first game. They're like, oh yeah, we came in knowing that we can't allow the Heat to win a game at home, and we did that. They did that last game, but tonight was the opposite. They were trying to make sure that nobody would or that the Heat wouldn't win another game at home, but they won a game at home. And from what we've seen, every time the Heat wins a game at home, they win the series. And it's just going to be how do we respond to that? And again, the Nuggets did respond well for the most part. It was just making bad turnovers, bad plays in general. Um, not letting Jokic make assists because I'm like you get he gets assists from Michael Porter Jr. just sitting in the corner, and he only had like less than 10 points tonight, basically, and not even that like less than 10 rebounds tonight, which usually is getting double doubles, and especially in the finals or these playoff runs. But instead, he's just getting less than 10 points, less than 10 rebounds, and that's what usually works for the Nuggets. You got to make sure that Michael Porter Jr. is not playable, and that Bruce Brown is playable instead, and that where Bruce Brown just he usually is there when you just need to pick back up the energy, not just or keep the energy going. I should say, not pick up the energy, but just keep the energy going while Porter Jr. or KCP is out, basically. But instead, tonight they had MPJ and KCP just not play as well, and then that's where Bruce Brown couldn't keep the same energy coming off the bench. They had to put in Christian Braun too. I know he's still rookie, and they don't really like playing him that much too. I know he's only mostly there for defensive purposes, but again, too, he was making some bad plays defensively. I mean, not all the time, but just a couple here and there, and it was great to see um, the Heat just taking advantage of that tonight. Um, Again, I have to say that just Jimmy Butler needs to work on that, getting aggressive because he only gets aggressive in the second half, and you can't always rely on that, especially from Jimmy Butler. Because he needs to be that guy who just gets you the 30 points and whatever you need, like 5 steals, 6 steals, all that good stuff. But just on a better efficiency, basically. And you love to see Kyle Lowry give effort. You love to see, um, I mean, honestly, Caleb. What surprised me is that Caleb Martin didn't even really like show out tonight. Like he was just on the bench, and I thought he'd be getting like at least 10 points or something like that. But no, he just got like a good 6 or something. And I mean, yeah, when you're on the bench, it's kind of harder to get in your flow and all that good stuff. But it's just crazy to see. And like I said, it was like Mike Malone said, we can't let them get a home game here. And I think this is the first time that the Nuggets lost a home game in the playoff run, which is crazy to even think about because that that arena I've been in before is kind of crazy, and they were shouting they were shouting really loud last or the times I've been there. Um, Again, shout out to all the Nuggets fans that I saw today, just showing out. Um, yeah, they're showing out tonight with their old jerseys of Carmelo Anthony in the light blue, or just any T-shirts that they wear, like "Bring It On" or whatever. Yeah, um, it's now more of an interesting thing. It's now more of an interesting matchup now. Even though the Heat have been great throughout this whole playoff run, the game one did not look great, and that might have been just because they were coming into Denver with being all tired just from the Celtics series or just in general from the whole playoff run that they've been in. And that game one just did not look like the Miami Heat. This game looked like the Miami Heat back again. And the last thing I kind of want to touch on was just Tyler Hero. He might come back for game 3. So that will be interesting to watch on Wednesday night. He might. I'm assuming he's going to come off the bench because he's got to get back into the rhythm and all that stuff. So I think they're going to probably keep the same starting 5 as tonight. But I'm expecting Mike Malone to adjust to that, especially with Kevin Love and yeah, Aaron Gordon, he didn't get much of his like his pass cut or his cutting passes from Jokic, except that one where he just did behind the back. Um, so yeah, I'm expecting Jokic to pass more next game because whenever that's what gets Jokic into the game because he says multiple times, "I love passing, man. I just love passing because whenever I pass and I trust my guys to make it, that's when we can win and that's where everyone can get into the game and it's like he just loves the team aspect of it and that he can get everyone into the game and make their own shots. So again, you gotta watch. I'm I'm expecting the Heat to keep watching for MPJ in the corner, keep watching for those backdoor cuts from Aaron Gordon, and yeah, just keep making sure that he does not make the assist that he needs to. Because again, Jokic is just getting off all his assists. When he gets off on his assists, that's when pretty much the game's over. But again, I would love to see what Eric Spoelstra has for game plan next time or next game because yeah, just Kevin Love and seeing how he expects what Mike Malone will do with Kevin Love in the starting lineup. Again, he might not even be in the starting lineup next game. There's just always different things with both coaches. If well, not really with this Nuggets team because I mean you have the same starting five and they work well. It's just more managing. Um, hey, what can we do here? What can we do there? All that, well, like just all the little intricacies with the playbook. But with Eric Spoelstra, it's just figuring out the right matchups, right? Uh, the right time management, or I don't know what you would call it, but right time management with the players, um, and just yeah, figuring all that, and then you go with the game plan after that. You go in with the X's and O's after that, and yeah, it's just crazy to see this 1-1 now. I'm still expecting. I still want Jimmy to win one, but I'm still expecting the Nuggets to win after all this because even though I saw the Nuggets kind of get disarrayed, they're still in it. They're down by 3 by the end of the game, so I kind of expect the Nuggets to come back and win at their house now. So it's gonna be a fun matchup. I cannot wait for the next game. Yeah, so can't wait to see the next game. I will see you. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It does really help the channel. I want to grow this and keep talking about ball. I will try and get off because I do work for the NBA draft. I will try and get off of the NBA draft, and also this week I might not post some videos due to my sister's graduation. Shout out my sister; she graduated, but she has a graduation party this week. I might not. We'll see. We'll go from there. But yeah, I will try to get off of the NBA draft and live stream that. So yeah, try to catch me on that. And I will see you guys later.